Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Let's talk about the Saturn retrograde in Aquarius currently happening, which actually started on June 5th. So, Saturn recently went retrograde in Aquarius. Let's talk about it. I think it's a great subject in accordance with the historic overturn of Roe versus Wade yesterday. I feel like it all ties in. So we talked about Pluto retrograde and Capricorn. Let's talk about Saturn in Aquarius tonight. I hope you all having a good night. I hope you all are enjoying your Saturday, whatever you're doing, morning, evening, night, whenever you're listening or watching. Thank you for listening and watching. I am Lamarr Townsend. If you're new to my channel, I am a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. And if you would like a personal reading from me, I am available on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Here is my website. This is my website, so if you'd be interested for a personal reading, this is the right page. Once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down, check out my other social media pages, become a Patreon member, check out my Twitch, read the reviews on my website from people who have purchased readings from me. Follow me on my Facebook and my Instagram, and also check out the store section. That's where you can view all the rates, services, products, classes that I offer. And I offer quite a lot. Thank you all to who purchased readings today. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to those who have passed on. I do past life readings if you want to hear about your past lives. I do birth chart readings. I do psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings, phone psychic tarot readings, which have same day priority. I do spiritual development classes, astrology classes, tarot classes. I do dream interpretation readings, and so much more. So check out my website, once again, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I also do candles, so if you'd be interested in any of those things, check out my website. I would love to connect with you. So, hi Race B, thank you for being here. Hi Paula Santos. Hey Lamarr, how long have you been on? I've literally been on for 2 minutes so far. So I just got on. I'm here to talk about Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Now, Saturn went retrograde in Aquarius. What's today, the 25th? Saturn went retrograde in Aquarius 20 days ago, and no one's really talking about it, I noticed. Now, Saturn, we talked about Saturn a little bit yesterday because we talked about Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? It's all about the 10th house, and Aquarius is also co-ruled by Saturn. So, let's get into it. Let me show you all the astrology software so you guys can see what's going on with the... It's kind of like the news segment. Let me show you what's going on in the stars today. Alright, let's see. Or tonight. Hi Diana, hi Lucy, hi everyone. I figured I'd come on later. Yesterday I came on too early, and tonight I was like, let me come on later. And yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are enjoying your Saturday night. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology software. So as you can see, currently we have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. We talked about that yesterday. We have Saturn in Aquarius retrograde. We also have North Node retrograde in Taurus. I think we talked about that a couple days ago. But here we have Saturn in Aquarius, and it is retrograde. Now, this is a general kind of view of the skies at this time. So, as you can see, it's transiting. As time goes on, the planets transit, basically across the natal chart, across the sky, across the solar system. I mean, that's how it works. So, but yes, we have these two planets retrograde. We have Saturn retrograde right now in Aquarius. And like I was saying, Saturn is all about the past. Saturn is all about career, professional destiny, status in society. Saturn is also about the fatherhood energy, the father side of the family as well. Saturn is also karma, debt, and things of this nature, alright? Interestingly enough, we just had it go retrograde, alright? It's in Aquarius. Aquarius is mainly ruled by Uranus, the 11th house. So Aquarius is all about unexpected change. Aquarius is also connected to friends, acquaintances, social groups. It's also connected to social media, the internet, technology, and astrology, alright? The study of the planets. But we have all of this energy retrograde. We also have, Saturn, or Aquarius is also co-ruled by Saturn. So we have that, yay, break it down, I'm all ears, right? So we have all of that Saturn energy, coupled with the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. There's a lot going on karma-wise, all right? Individually in terms of what we're going through, collectively in terms of what we're going through as a country, as a global, unit called Earth, right? That is all Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde. But we're going to focus here on Saturn retrograde because Saturn is karma. Saturn, often you'll find, if you ever look up astrology, on the internet or something like that, you'll see Saturn called like Lord Karma, right? Because Saturn is karma, all right? Now, when we have Lord Karma, aka Saturn, I actually did a video on this years ago where I say Capricorns, or people with a lot of Saturn energy, have that kind of special power of karma. I kind of call it being able to work karma in their favor. Like, so a Capricorn, one reason why Capricorn is so patient, right, or someone with a lot of Capricorn energy, or even Aquarius energy, is because they understand karma, all right? Lord Karma. What goes around comes around, all right? Good or bad, all right? So, I talked about that in a video a long time ago, and here we are in the age of karma. Now we have this energy going retrograde. What did I say about retrogrades? Retrogrades is about reviewing, all right, reassessing, any you can think of, reassessing, reviewing, rethinking, replanning, all right. So we have all this energy in the zodiac sign of unexpected change. Somehow Roe versus Wade ties into this. Now, how would karma tie into Roe versus Wade? Where's the karma there, right? Well, we could look at, the presidential election in some way, shape, or form. Maybe the karma was Biden being chosen. I'm wondering where was Saturn energy or Capricorn energy at that time where Biden was actually inaugurated? Because actually, wasn't it in January? It's always in January, the month of Capricorn, right? So he got inaugurated in the month of Capricorn during Capricorn energy. Now we have a whole bunch of Capricorn energy going retrograde. How is that playing into Biden's karma? Interesting, right? How is all of this playing into the karma of the United States in general? Now, this could be multi-layered, right? Because Roe versus Wade, there's a lot of opinions on this. Ultimately, I view it as something where, or I don't know if I want to say I view it as something, but it could be viewed as something that's oppressive to women, right? In general, period, right? Which is Saturn. Which can be dictatorship, right? Retrograde in Aquarius. So Aquarius is also social networks, right? I feel like there's something where Roe versus Wade is going to break down a lot of social networks. We're in this retrograde energy. So don't be surprised if at this time a lot of your social networks friends, if you're deleting people off social media, unfriending people, or if people are unfriending you at this time, or if we see people fighting in the political landscape or with celebrities over views and opinions, and we're on this side, it's us versus them, that can be Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Whereas Saturn direct in Aquarius, you have to be mindful, Aquarius is also humanitarianism. Aquarius by nature wants to give back, right? But when it's retrograde, we're thinking of ourselves. It's every man for ourselves, right? Hence this like Roe versus Wade. Now, we have the LGBT community worried that we're about to be targeted. We have all these people that are worried about, but then we have all these people who are cheering, right? But what goes around comes back around. Will you be cheering once all this energy goes direct? That's my thing, right? So it's very complex, right? Now, what I'm a little stumped by is I'm still a little bit trying to figure out how does Roe versus Wade in this situation with abortion rights allegedly for entertainment purposes only, because this is YouTube, right? How does this tie into Saturn retrograde in Aquarius? And then I thought about it. Saturn is fatherhood, the father side of the family. It takes two. What did I say yesterday? It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight, right? It takes two to have a child. So maybe it could be karma for the fathers in some way, shape, or form. Retribution for that kind of cycle. Mother, father. Sometimes mother and father don't always get along, right? But when it becomes a collective thing and people abuse the system and stuff like that, I mean, I'm saying it goes deep, right? I'm not saying everyone abuses the system, but there are people out there, right? But then it's like, with Saturn, you have to be careful of celebrating. One thing I know with Saturn, because I have a whole bunch of Saturn energy in my chart, Saturn does not like when you kick a dog when they're down. All right? So I would be careful of cheering, with this whole Roe versus Wade and all this other stuff coming up. Because one thing I know about Saturn, and all that Saturn energy, what goes up comes down. All right? You can laugh at someone who's down, and, be in their same position next week, next month, next year. So, Saturn is tricky. You've got to be careful with Lord Karma. It's kind of like, is it Vishnu in Hindu? Or who's the Hindu god? The father of Ganesha. Is it Vishnu? That's like Saturn. That would be the perfect epitome of Saturn. I can't think of his name. Can anyone tell me in the comment section below? Shiva. That's his name. Lord Shiva. Look up Lord Shiva, and that is Saturn. That is like the deity epitome of Saturn, is Lord Shiva, the Hindu god. So, it's an interesting time that we're in right now. What do you guys think about this Saturn retrograde and Aquarius energy we have going on? Collectively, what can we do? What can you do to make change? Because once again, Saturn is all about change, right? Or, well, at least Aquarius is about change. Saturn is... Right? So how can you enact change at this time? Do you care if things really change? Hi, Abyssinian. What are you all's thoughts? How was y'all's Saturday? By the way, I am doing live readings, so if you would like a reading, it is $5 for one question. I do PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Hi, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kinara. Kinara says, I'm just trying to detach, to be honest, and focus on the positive. That's probably the best approach, to be honest. Detachment at this time. Because remember, as a collective, we can only do our part if we're good to ourselves first, right? We can only be as good to others as we are to ourselves. Hi, Roger. Hi, Lamarr. It's interesting what you're saying about Saturn retrograde. People talk so much about Mercury being retrograde so much since it notably brings confusion. Yeah. Saturn retrograde brings confusion in terms of stability. Remember, Saturn is time also, so Saturn is like long-term time. What's been standing for 50 years, Roe versus Wade, is now all of a sudden shooken up during Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Right? Kinara says, yep, yeah. So yeah, you're right. That's actually a great point, Roger. We've got to pay attention to these other planetary alignments and planetary shifts that we have going on. It's not just Mercury. Mercury is like a small pebble, in the ocean of other planets that we need to also be focusing on. So the good thing is, however, is that we don't have too many other planets retrograde at this time. At one point, they were like, 6 planets retrograde, but now we only have 3 right now. We only have North Node, which technically, I don't know if it's really a planet, but North Node retrograde. We have the Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde. Roger says, yeah, don't get me started. I'm an Aquarius too. I agree. Yeah. We're in a confusing time. The structure is being uprooted to be replanted in some way, shape, or form. All right. So change is inevitable at this time. Remember, Aquarius is the zodiac sign of unexpected change. So who would have expected really that this would happen? Roe versus Wade, would be overturned after 50 years. You know, who would have expected of all times of now, right? But is it really a coincidence? By the way, you guys, I'm doing live readings, so if you would like a one question reading, it is $5 for one question. I do prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, but I do also accept Super Chat. How many of you have Aquarius in your natal chart? How many of you actually have Saturn in Aquarius? I actually have Saturn in Aquarius in my natal chart, not retrograde, direct. So this is technically my Saturn return. And I will say, actually, now that I think about it, around June 5th is when I noticed I needed to make a change. It just kind of felt like, I think maybe that's when I started going live again. I was like, I need a change. I need something where it's not just about me, maybe. Well, it's about me, but not about me. It's weird. It's Saturn and Aquarius brings this existential thought process that you can't completely comprehend in the moment, but you look back and you're like, oh, that's what I was going through. Oh wow, I couldn't see it when I was there. All right. Oh wow, your comments are going fast. Hold on. Hi, so Sindula. I have Aquarius, Sun, and Venus. Ooh. So you're probably being affected in your relationships and maybe in your purpose at this time, or your energy definitely could be affected with that Aquarius Sun. Diana says, ironically, this year, I've been wondering about having children. Interesting. Would it even be good to being a child into this world? Next thing, Roe versus Wade overturned. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Mercedes. Canara says, my moon is on the cusp of a Capricorn and Aquarius. Interesting. So emotionally, you're probably being affected. That's probably why you're detaching. That's probably that detachment you were talking about earlier. Hi, Aaron. I have Saturn retrograde natal. Interesting. So you probably aren't being that affected as other people, but it also depends on where your Saturn falls. Oh, you're in Aquarius, so your energy might be affected at this time, Diana. Also, the sun deals with your purpose, so if you're an Aquarius sun, that would be your purpose. The sun in astrology is also children. All right, childhood, so that makes sense as to why you're feeling those thoughts, or feeling that energy and thinking those thoughts. Paula says you're making it look good for a Saturn return. Thank you so much. Oh, that makes me feel so good. Yeah, I feel like I've come far. Before I came live, I was like, I've come far. I don't know what made me think that. Oh, I was watching clips of RuPaul's. This is really random. But I was watching clips of RuPaul's Drag Race lip syncs, and one of them had a certain drag queen. I was like, wow, I remember watching her 4 or 5 years ago. She's come so far. And I started thinking about where I was 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, wow, I've come so far. So I feel like that's probably that Saturn in Aquarius energy. Cooley says, we are moving into a Christian fascist nation with no separation of church and state. This has been the plan all along. Child. I feel like I heard that earlier. I feel like I read that on Reddit. Are you a Redditor too? I love Reddit. Hi, the Flow Priestess. Diana says, Lamarr, what are you wearing? I love that color for you. I am wearing... This is Morphe. The black is Morphe. I attempted to do a smudge winged eyeliner. So all of this is eyeshadow because I ran out of eyeliner and I just don't feel like buying more. It's so expensive. And I'm like, I can just do it with my eyeshadow palette. So I did my eyeliner, or my winged eyeliner with eyeshadow. And I think this is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know what color. I don't look at the colors. I'm just like, ooh, I like that color today. and I just put it on my eyes or put it on my face. I actually kind of low-key contoured my face, but you can't see it in the lighting, but you can see it in person, but whatever. You can kind of see it, just like slightly, which I don't mind. I don't know, I felt being pretty today, and then I had my pearl earrings. So, how are you guys feeling tonight during this Saturday night? What are you guys feeling? Are you guys tired? Are you guys just going with the flow? By the way, I'm also doing live readings, so if you would like a live reading, it is $5 for one question, PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. If you do send a donation, just let me know. Usually I will see or hear. By the way, thank you all who purchased readings today. I saw a lot of emails come in. Roger says, my Aquarius is my sun rising in Venus, believe it or not. Crazy. Ooh, wow. So you're definitely going through a shift and a change. Thank you, the Flow Priestess. Looking good. Roger says, I'm trying to keep it together. The energy still feels heavy and surreal. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just starting. We have to think Saturn literally just went retrograde June 5th. And I think it'll be retrograde until about the same time as Pluto. So the good thing is that by the time Pluto goes direct, Saturn will by the time Saturn goes direct, Pluto will be direct, which is, I think Pluto goes direct around October 9th or something like that, and Saturn goes direct around October 23rd. So by Halloween, alright, we should be good with all this energy, right? But we still have that shadow period, so. Which, by the way, who's excited for Scream 6, which comes out next year, not during Halloween, but I kind of want to do a reading on Scream 6, but I kind of don't, because I don't know if a lot of people like horror on this YouTube channel, but it's kind of fun to guess, like, what they're going to do in the movie. Some things I got wrong, some things I got right when I did Scream 5, some things I think I didn't get right. Or I have to look back. I have to look back. By the way, make sure you guys like the video. They should have made it for Halloween. Wait, they're doing a Scream 6? Yes, please do a reading. I want to know if Nev Campbell's going to return after her pay dispute. They are doing a Scream 6. Yes, how unique. Should we just do one right now since no one's asking questions? Because you guys, I've been wanting to do one, but the fact that you guys are excited. Okay, so should we ask first? Let's ask if Nev is going to come back to Scream 6. Let's ask that. Yes. Kanara says, I recently became a member and your content has changed my life. Oh, thank you so much, Kanara. I appreciate that. I feel like I put a lot into my content. So that makes me feel good. Thank you to whoever just donated. I have so many questions about the movie. When is it coming out? I think it's coming out around March of next year. Did any of you see Scream 5? When Dewey died, I cried. I cried in the movie theater. I tried to keep it together, but I was like, child, if there was no one in this movie theater, I would be boo-hooing. Alright? Is Nev Campbell going to return to Scream 6? Let's pull a card. Is Nev Campbell going to return to the Scream 6 spirit? Interesting. Wow, I get the Magician. I kind of feel like it's a possibility. As I was shuffling, I saw her looking up at the sky, like looking up at the trees. I don't know if she's spiritual, but I feel like she recognizes like signs or symbols like spirit gives her. I don't know why I feel like the energy of Wes Craven coming to her. So I don't know what I don't know if she's gonna have a dream of Wes or like, because I don't know. I feel like there's something about Wes Craven, signs, paying attention to the signs. I feel like if she doesn't come back for Scream 6, It could be Scream 7. But I feel like with the Magician card coming up, you're right, Dionysus. It could be a surprise. It could be like kind of pulling the rabbit out of the hat, like gotcha, kind of thing. So, she could make a surprise cameo in Scream 6. If not, I feel like she's in Scream 7. I feel like let's pull another card because I feel like they're gonna do a lot. If she's not in Scream 6, I feel like they're gonna do a lot to like make up for the fact that she's not in the movie. So I know Kirby's back. They got Hayden Panettiere in Scream 6 from Scream 4 because she survived. But I'm wondering, would they bring... Let's just pull one more card for Nev, and then I'm going to ask, will they bring other characters from the past back? Because that's kind of what I'm feeling. Alright, what other things do you have to say about Nev coming back, Spirit? Is Nev going to come back to Scream 6? The next installment of Scream, will it have Nev Campbell, Spirit? Give me a yes or no, please. Lamarr, I just received a job offer and I accepted it, but I'm not sure if I made the right decision. I paid the cash up. Oh, okay. I'll get to your question after we finish this Scream reading, because this is just like, I don't know, it's very exciting. Alright, is Nev Campbell going to return to Scream? I got the Two of Pentacles, so I feel like it is really a pay dispute with her. I feel like it's almost like I'm not getting paid what I feel... I'm not getting paid my worth, or I'm not getting paid... It's basically what she said. She's not getting paid what she feels she brings to the franchise or the table. So I feel like if she's not in it, it really is due to a pay dispute. But I feel like, once again, with the Magician card coming up, I feel like, once again, I feel like the energy of it's like they could already be saying to her, well, if we can't get you in 6, we want you back in 7. Can we get you back in 7? So I feel like they may already be asking her about 7, or there's something tied into 7 with her. So I would hold out for 7, alright? If she's not in 6, it really is due to a pay dispute, alright? So, let's see. What was I going to ask? Will they bring other characters from the past back? Not including Kirby. Not including Gale. Will they bring other characters from past movies back into Scream 6 somehow? I get the Queen of Cups, so maybe it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio woman or female. There's a child underneath. I don't know if you guys can see that child right there. I know Gale doesn't have children in the movie, does she? I'm wondering if Kirby has children. I don't know. Would Kirby be old enough to have children at this point? But I specifically said not Kirby or Gale, so I don't know. It could be a woman who comes back in some way, shape, or form. Who could be a mother, or could be a mother at this point of the film. Or I'm wondering if there's a child of a previous character that comes back. Kind of like how in Scream 5 we found out that Tara and what's the other one? The other one is Sam is the daughter of Billy. It could be kind of one of those things. Can we get more clarity on, is there going to be a character from the past coming to Scream 6? I get the Six of Swords. So I get the Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords. I feel like there's going to be a family aspect, possibly in Scream 6, where it's like the daughter of, the son of, the grandson of, something like that. Of someone. I don't know if it's one of the killers, or if it's another one of the characters. Interesting. Alright, let's see what else can Spirit tell us about Scream 6. What else can you tell us about Scream 6 that maybe we should look out for? I just heard Angela. Angela. Isn't she in Scream 3? This makes me want to watch a Scream marathon. It's so good. The movies are really good. My favorite is Scream 4, but all of them are really good, to be honest. What can you tell us, Spirit, about Scream 6, the upcoming Scream 6 movie? I get the 8 of Wands, so there's going to be a lot of action. Lots of moving parts. I feel like there's going to be so much going on, we're going to be like, wait, what? Like, I feel like there's going to be things we don't see coming. I feel like there's lots of jump scares. I feel like there's lots of deaths and body counts. And gruesome, I hear gruesome. I feel like there could be a really gruesome opening kill. Alright, what else can you tell us about Scream 6? I get the 7 of Cups. I feel like there's going to be an aspect of, like, who... Obviously with Scream, there's a whodunit aspect, like, who's the killer? But I feel like there's going to be so many fingers pointing. It could be this one, it could be that one, it's this one, it's that one. I feel like everyone has a motive as to who could be the killer. But you see the person in the middle with the mask, like... Thank you for your donation, Shell. But you see I don't know if you can see it. You see the person right here with the mask covering them in the middle? I feel like there's something about hidden in plain sight. So I feel like there's something about, in the movie, it's going to be right in your face, but you're not going to see it until the last moment of the very end. Like, who's behind the mask, or who's behind this, like, the veil. So I feel like there's a surprise twist to the killings in Scream 6. I actually feel like... Hold on. Yeah, these killings are going to be brutal. Oh. Like, head chopped off, child. Oh, okay. Alright. Do you guys see the snake behind the veiled person right there? The snake behind the veiled person? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Maybe if I don't want to mess up the camera because it's gonna like it has. Anyways, it's weird. I feel like there could be a couple scenarios here, and you know they give multiple scripts, so maybe I'm picking up on multiple scripts. I don't know. There could be one killer, kind of like Scream 3. There could be multiple killers in terms of more than 2. There could be killers who turn on each other. Possibly, as well. Either 3 of those scenarios. I'm seeing something about that. Maybe one more card about Scream 6. I don't want to spoil the whole movie. I mean, some of what I'm saying could be, like, not... I don't know. They could switch it up. I get the Fool card. I feel like there's really going to be an element of, like, you're not going to see it coming. So I feel like there's something about Scream 6 where no one's going to see something coming. Either who the killers are or some moment of didn't see it coming at all. So I feel like there's lots of surprises. I kind of want one more card. One more card and then I'll get into the questions. I'm sorry. Alright, one more and then... Okay. Ooh, I get the Five of Pentacles though. It may not initially perform as well as they expected. I'm wondering if it's because Nev may not be there. But I see people leaving the theater upset potentially, so I'm wondering if they're going to kill off a beloved character. It would be a survivor. I don't know why I get like this injured person. It's a survivor. So I mean, obviously, I think it's one of the rumors is one of the survivors die. I kind of okay. I don't want to spoil it. I feel like maybe it could be the guy. It could be a guy, a beloved character who's the guy who dies. Yeah. Yeah, a guy dies. A beloved character dies who's a guy. Yeah. All right, that's it for all. That's it for now. I think that was enough. That's interesting. I don't know. I kind of want to ask. My last question is Gale or Kirby going to die? Because those are the only two I really care about. Are Gale or Kirby going to potentially die in Scream 6? I don't want to spoil it, but I need to be prepared. I get the Page of Swords, so I feel like... No. No, I feel like it's a rookie, so it would be one of the other people. One of the newbies. So no, I don't feel like Gale or Kirby die. No, I don't think they die. I think they live. One of them or both of them may live by a hair. I feel like they may have to fight for sure, but I feel like they'll live. Alright. That was interesting, right, Diana? That was really interesting. Alright. Alright, let's get to these questions. You guys, if you guys do want a one question reading, it is $5 for one question. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Let's go ahead and see who sent their donations first. Thank you, Michelle, for your donation. Let's get to the Cash Apps. Do you got a first aid kit handy? Do you know how to purchase the ones on you? Thank you, Black Love, for your donation. Black Love, what's your question? And Michelle wants to know, do I see you having kids? How many? All right, let's see, Spirit. Let's do a cleansing of the cards, y'all, because y'all know Scream has some dark energy, child. All right, let's do a cleansing of the cards. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck when you pass reading. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. All right. So, Black Love, please put your question. Michelle wants to know, how many kids will Michelle have? Spirit, how many kids will Michelle have? Will Michelle have any children? And if so, how many? I get the Four of Swords. So, the four can be unexpected. It definitely could be more than one child. It could be at least 3. Maybe the 4th would be like unexpected or a miracle almost. But Four of Swords can also be like worries or anxiety about getting pregnant. So I don't know if you're worried about getting pregnant or something like that, or if that's like a something that like it is a stressor for you. Um, I don't know why I feel like you could benefit from having like a more natural. I don't know if you're thinking of like like more at home pregnancy kind of thing. But I see at least three, or at the most three or four, because I feel like you're definitely gonna have more than one. Because four represents more than one typically, like a group. So that's why I get like at least two or three, or at the most three or four is what I'm gonna say. Michelle, does that make sense? Shelval or Shell Eval? Yes. Black Love says, Lamarr, I recently received a job offer and I accepted, but now I'm wondering if I should stay at my current job or go to the new job. Oh, okay, let's see. Should Black Love stay at their current job or go to their new job offer, go towards their new job offer? What do you have to say about this, Spirit? I get the Two of Pentacles, so it could come down to which job is going to pay you more. I feel like there's a need to weigh the pros and cons. It's almost like which job is going to pay you more, which job will give you maybe more potential for growth, or maybe it's more lenient in some way, shape, or form. Like, I feel like there's something about weighing the pros and cons. Let's get another card. Should Black Love stay at their current job or start a new job? Page of Pentacles can represent starting something new or starting from kind of like the ground up. So, Page of Pentacles can also represent a new offer, accepting a new offer. So it might not be a bad idea to go towards the new job offer, particularly if the pros outweigh the cons of staying at your current job. Does that make sense? Don't be afraid to start over or start from the ground up, right? Particularly if the pros outweigh the cons, right? So you might have to make a list of the pros and cons of staying versus going to the new thing to really kind of see things for what it is, if that makes sense, or see things visually. Thank you, Sonia, for your donation. Thank you, Ararelli, for your donation. Hold on. Uh-oh, this is about to die. By the way, you guys, I am doing $5 one question readings. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo is what I prefer. We're going to go to the PayPals. Areli, I think, sent a donation. Thank you for your donation, Areli. Let's see. What is your question, Areli? And then thank you, Sonia, for your donation. Thank you, Kinara, for your donation. Black Love says, oh my God, Lamarr, thank you. The new job pays more money. See, and there's room for more growth. There's more room for growth. Thanks for the confirmation. You're so welcome. I love that. I love to be able to just do that, confirm. I love that. Aurelie says, when should be a good time to start looking for a job and what kind? When is a good time for Aurelie to look for a new job? Start looking for a new job, and what kind of job should Aurelie look for, Spirit? What message do you have about this question? Get the Two of Swords, so you're definitely going to have to go with your guts when it comes to looking for the right job for you. I would start now, at the earliest within the next 2 days, no later than the next 2 weeks probably. I wouldn't put it off. A lot of y'all are getting twos, which, twos kind of always remind me of being on the fence or like indecision. And it's the irony of the question you're asking about decisions. So It's just a reflection of what you're going through right now, basically. I get the Page of Swords though, so similar to the person before you, the page comes out. I think you need to go towards a job in which you feel like emotionally fulfills you, or you feel an emotional calling towards. Um, I feel like there's something where the pay will come when you're happy. The pay will come when you're emotionally fulfilled and spiritually fulfilled. So I think you need to look for a job that brings you that, so that as you can grow from the page to the knight, to the king, to the queen. There's something emotionally tied in with you and your next job, where I feel like maybe your next job is going to help you become emotionally stronger or more capable. It's going to help you to emotionally grow. So obviously you don't know what job that is now. Like what job is going to help you to emotionally grow. I think you just need to go towards right now what job you emotionally feel called to do. Like what emotionally calls you. What excites you. What makes you emotionally happy. You know? So I would start now and don't be afraid to start new. Right? Yes, you're right. That's what I always say. That's really nice to hear. You're welcome, Aurelie. Mahogany says, where do you ask the questions after the Cash App or on here live? You can ask it on here live. By the way, you guys, I'm doing $5 one question reading, so I'm doing PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I think Sonia was next after Aurelie. Does that make sense, Aurelie? And then we'll move to Kanara after Sonia. And then I think after that, whoever sends the next donation, while in between we'll chat about, maybe Scream or, this current Saturn Retrograde in Aquarius, child. Lord have mercy. There's so much going on, right? All right. Sonia says, are T and R ever going to get married? Are T and R ever going to get married? Sonia is asking. You're welcome, Aurelie. Are T and R ever going to get married, Spirit? I get the Seven of Swords, so they're definitely having issues. There's definitely some cold feet, alright? Probably on both ends, maybe more so one versus the other. But with the Seven of Swords, there's some second thoughts. There's some secret feelings or thoughts. Maybe conversations had that is causing some self-doubt or worry, anxiety, cold feet, something like that. They could also have a lot of other stuff going on where it's like, are we even ready for marriage at this time? So I don't get anytime soon. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to break up. It might just be delayed, or something like that. They just have too much on their plate right now, either individually or as a couple. Okay? Yes, it does. That's basically what I asked myself. What is going to satisfy me? Exactly. And that's what we should, especially in this day and age, that's what we should all be paying attention to. What, job-wise, we spend so much time doing our job. What is going to satisfy us? What do we, we have to be happy, when we do it at least. We don't always want to do it, but at least, it's something that makes us happy at the end of the day, right? When we do it. Kanara wants to know, does my ex still have roots on me? Does Kanara's ex still have roots on Kanara? Let's see, Spirit. What do you have to say about that? Okay, I'm not going to take that one. I need you to be a bit more forward about what card you want me to choose. What card do you want me to choose about this question? Does Kanara's ex still have roots on Kanara? I get the Knight of Pentacles, so this is a possible yes. The Knight of Pentacles, though, can be something about, they pay to go to someone else, or they have someone else do it for them. Whatever it is. Or someone else is involved. Or it could be, if he's doing it himself, he may not know fully what he's doing. Alright? But the Knight of Pentacles can signify a potential yes. But the Knight of Pentacles can also signify, something that could easily be breakable off of you, right? So you may just want to take a spiritual bath, definitely get into meditation, some consistent prayer. The Knight of Pentacles can signify something you need to consistently do, though, to really break whatever it is that might be going on. So It's not like take a bath and, oh, I'm done, it's broken. No, you probably have to take a bath for like a week, a month, maybe, something like that, maybe 7 months. It's like that kind of thing. Whatever you feel or spirit is calling you to do, okay? I feel like I'm starting to see how he played me, and I wonder if I still have any ties to him. Yeah, I feel like you definitely need to break something, okay? I would see, like, if it came out as a Page of Pentacles, I could maybe see the ties were less. But it's the Knight of Pentacles, so there's still something there. Like, you need to put them down to a page, and after the page, it's like, you got really nowhere to go. You don't really know the person anymore after that. You know how some people are like, I feel like I don't know you anymore. You've basically, like, knocked them down to the page, in your life, rather than a king or a queen or an emperor or an empress, someone who knows you really well on the inside and out. So, does that make sense? Like, that's how, I don't know, that's how my mind works with esoteric and tarot. Did someone send a donation? So what did you guys think about the Saturn and Aquarius conversation? We had earlier. Have you recognized any karma playing out in your life? Oh, thank you, Mahogany, for your donation. Oh, Paula sent a question? Thank you, Paula, for your donation. What is movie tarot? Oh, okay, like the reading I did on Scream. That was a really fun reading, wasn't it? Paula, did you have questions? Thank you, I didn't look at it like that, I will. Yeah, right? Mahogany says, question 1, I think this temporary boss is out to get me. Will this meeting for my transfer back to my old team be approved? Will Mahogany's meeting for Mahogany's transfer back to their old team be approved? Spirit, what do you have to say about this? Alright. I get the 3 of Cups, so I feel like it could be a yes. There could be some stipulations, though. I feel like if it is approved, it kind of is approved because it works for everyone else too, somehow, some way. It's like, oh, it works for us, so why not? Let's do it, kind of thing. I feel like it's possible going back to your old team. I feel like you could be welcomed into your old team. I feel like maybe because it's familiar energy, I feel like there's more meshing well. And I feel like with the 3 of Cups, maybe you emotionally will get along better with them too. Alright? So I get a yes. There could be some stipulations though. So don't be surprised if that shows up. Question 2, do you see my relationship progressing happily? Will Mahogany's relationship progress happily? Spirit, what do you have to say about this? Well, let me take a sip of my green drink. I'm thirsty. Alright. Will Mahogany's relationship progress happily? I get the High Priestess, so I feel like the High Priestess can signify pregnancy, first of all. It can signify intuition, female's intuition, progression spiritually. So I feel like, yes, I feel like your relationship will progress in a way that I feel like it progresses you spiritually as well. But the High Priestess is a really big pregnancy card, so I'm really wondering I don't know if you're pregnant or if you're thinking of having children or what's going on with that. The High Priestess can also signify a relationship that's on its way to really concreting itself in the spiritual. So maybe it's like a spiritual union, such as a marriage, right? Or something like that. So the high priestess can signify like a spiritual union. So I do see, yes, that your relationship will progress happily. Maybe with some spiritual lessons that may be tough. But the happiness is in the journey, right? Together. I hope that made sense. Are we up to date on the donations? Mm. Thank you, Paula, for your donation. Y'all really like the Scream reading, huh? Y'all really like that reading. I thought it was good too. I like reading on like movies and seeing if I can predict it. I kind of want to ask who the killers are, but child, who can really predict who the killers are? I feel like there's something with the killers though that's gonna be different this time, or like similar but different. Hi, Menu M. How are you? Thank you for being here. Does that make sense, Mahogany? Kanara says, I'm definitely going to be consistent with dealing with it. Thank you, Lamarr. You're welcome, Kanara. Yes. By the way, you guys, I am doing live readings, so if you would like a live reading, it is $5 for one question. I have PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. How are you all doing on this wonderful Saturday night, morning, evening, or maybe Sunday morning, evening, wherever you are? You should do movie tarot readings. I think I should. I used to. I should, actually. That's a thing. People actually do that. It's like a small niche in the tarot community or spiritual community, but people do that. Maybe I'll post a Scream 6 reading by itself. I feel like we answered some good questions here, though. Maybe I'll just take what I read on here and post it. I don't know. Like, what's gonna happen with the Flash movie? The Flash. I feel like I've heard of that, but who's playing the Flash? Becky says, can you try to contact Dylan Rounds, 19-year-old farmer who owned his own farm, disappeared. No one knows what happened to him. He is from Lucin, Utah, lives in the middle of nowhere. That sounds dangerous, but I'll write his name down. Uh-oh. Oh, is this one of those, like, oh, okay. Thought something was wrong, child. Alright. What's his name? Hold on. Dylan Rounds. Ezra Miller. Isn't Ezra Miller going through something right now? Ezra Miller. And the Flash. Okay. Ezra Miller and the Flash. I've heard his name recently. You're welcome. It would be interesting to know whether Johnny Depp would come back to the Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean. This is actually a good idea. I was thinking on my other channel I'm going to start doing show reviews. You know what I really like watching lately? Was that a donation or am I hearing things? I really like watching people who do movie reactions. I don't know why. I really only like one person. Alonda Parker, I think is her name. She is so funny. Yeah, what's going to happen with the Flash movie? Yeah, I wrote that down, Ezra Miller and the Flash, so I have that on my list of things to do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write down Scream 6 as well. Scream 6. Let's just put it all out there. Scream 6. Hell, maybe we'll put Scream 7 too. Let's do Scream 7. Alright. Any other movies y'all can think of, just keep throwing them my way. I'll write it down. I don't think Disney will ever see Johnny come back for Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, Disney is very strict about their celebrities being, drama free. Menu M says, what did you think about Eyes Wide Shut? What is that? I feel like I've heard of that before. What is Eyes Wide Shut? Let me look it up. Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut. 1999. I've never seen this movie. I've never seen Eyes Wide Shut. Tom Cruise, yeah, he's in it. Kelton says, hey Lamarr, it's my first time catching you live. I love your vibe and energy. It was a pleasure finding your channel. Can't wait to book a reading one day. Thank you, Kelton. Diana says, what does Paul Walker think about what has happened with the Fast and the Furious franchise? That's a good question. I like that. Paul Walker on the Fast and Furious franchise. I was watching a movie. I feel like he was in it maybe it was Fast and the Furious. It was Paul Walker, and all I remember is some guy in a pool was like taunting a woman, and Paul Walker walked up to the guy and shoved his head in the pool. And the woman had to tell him, like, you're about to kill him, and, for Paul Walker to, like, lift his head up. Was that Fast and the Furious, or was that another movie? I don't know. I was laying down on my couch watching it. I was like, that's Paul Walker. And then, of course, 30 minutes later, I fell asleep. But I was just looking at Paul Walker the other day. That's interesting you bring him up. It's dark and has hidden messages, Eyes Wide Shut. Okay. I'll check it out. Eyes Wide Shut. Sounds scary. Alright. I just came in. What are we doing, Bestie? Well, we're doing live readings. We were talking about, hold on. Eyes Wide Shut. We were talking about, Saturn Retrograde and Saturn Retrograde in Aquarius. And then we were talking about Scream 6. And now we're talking about Paul Walker. So, I don't know. We're kind of all over the place tonight. But we're just going with it. Dana says Paul Walker was everything. I cried so much when he died. Yeah. I don't really remember when he died. How long ago was that? I just remember it being really random. How about Aquaman? How's that going to go with Amber Heard in it? Will people go see it or boycott it? I did a reading on Amber and Aquaman with Tracy Brown on my channel a couple weeks ago. How will Aquaman do? Aquaman. Are you excited for Scream 6? Are you into horror movies like that? Yes, I love horror movies. I'm excited for Scream 6. I'm excited for... Apparently there's a new Halloween movie coming out. I kind of want to go see... what's the new one that just came out? With the black... Is it called Black Mask or something like that? Black Telephone? I don't know what it's called. But it looks good. But I'm really excited for Scream 6 and Halloween. The new Halloween. I love horror movies. My dream is to be in a horror movie. I don't know why, don't ask me. I love horror. They're gonna give Paul Walker his own Hollywood star? Good, he deserves it. Yeah. Have you ever given us a Chloe Bailey movie? I haven't. I don't think I've ever read on Chloe Bailey. Isn't she in the new, The Little Mermaid? Oh girl, I'm going to see that Halloween. Oh yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, no, I've never done a reading on Chloe. What does Saturn Retrograde in Aquarius mean? We talked about that earlier. Would I want to be the killer or the victim? I wouldn't mind being either. I think it would be fun to run, but I guess it would be fun to be the killer, too. I could see myself being the killer. That movie seems scary. Black Phone, I think, or something like... Yeah, Black Phone, yeah. I haven't seen a good scary. The last scary movie I saw was Scream 5 in the movie theater. So I don't know. I kind of want to go see Black Phone just because I like going to the movies. But yeah, I probably will see that, Scream 6, and Halloween. And apparently they're making a new Friday the 13th. Very excited about that too. Or is it Friday the 13th or is it Freddy? Is that Freddy? No, that's not Freddy. Freddy is Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, so Saturn retrograde in Aquarius basically means that Manuem in a nutshell. We have Saturn, which is time, karma, debt, weight, illness. We have Aquarius, which is ruled by Saturn. Aquarius is also unexpected change. So basically, with Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, it's unexpected changes in the stability in the systems and what has been long held for years and years and years. I don't know if you live in the United States, but it explains why after 50 years, Roe versus Wade is overturned, basically. All right? In a nutshell. That movie seems scary, Black Phone. Yeah, Lamarr, do you think horror movies with supernatural elements are bad? Like if you're afraid and bad energies are around you? I think, I think negative energy or like demons, whatever you want to call them, can attach to fear, can attach to negative energy. So I think it makes it easier for that energy to like attach to you, right? Um, but also it's mental. It's just a movie, right? You know, it's after the movie. If you're still worried and scared and looking under your, bed to see if the boogeyman's underneath there, then yeah, you probably might attract a ghost or two. All right, because spirits also like to play too. They may knock something off the. One time I was watching I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I was a kid. It was me, my uncle, who was also my uncle's only like 10 years older than me, or maybe 5 years older than me. Don't judge. And our other cousin, and we were watching I Still Know What You Did Last Summer in the living room, and in the living room there was a door that went to the backyard, and out of nowhere the backyard door just flew open. I ran out of that living room so fast, and I did not come back, child. All right. So things like that can happen where it's like spirit likes to play pranks sometimes. Ancestors like to play pranks. It just happens. Sometimes it's at our own expense, though. All right. So that's the thing with scary movies is it kind of builds your fear. Like it kind of helps you to like develop a thicker skin. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I feel like horror movie aficionados get it. Like it helps you develop a thicker skin to like fear, because you start to think, okay, like if I was in that situation, what would I do? Like like that's how I am at least. Yeah, it seems like a good scare. Are you into Jordan Peele movies? I have not really seen his movies, but they look really good. I looked a little bit at, was it the one with Lupita? That looks scary. I didn't see it though, but I've heard his movies are good. They actually reference Jordan Peele in Scream 5. That's another thing. A lot of horror movies like an art genre. Like they reference a lot of things as well. So, but I don't know. Art is art. Horror, child Pixar movies. That's why I try not to watch supernatural horror. I'm too afraid. Yeah, supernatural horror is not my thing. I like slashers. I love that franchise. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, poor Lamar. Yeah, child, I ran out of that room so fast. Us, it's good. You should see it. Yeah, I heard Us is good. I heard. Yeah, Jordan Peele's really good. I actually really liked his show Key and Peele. Was it on Comedy Central? I liked their show. It was kind of like a low key Chappelle show, but not really. It was like a modern day Chappelle show, like, but not really, if that makes sense. Positivity says that crown is giving, honey. Thank you very much. I should probably start adding my own jewels to it. I really want to add something red and blue to be patriotic. Are contracts with demons real? I'm sure they are, yeah. By the way, you guys, I'm doing live readings. If you guys want live readings, it is $5 for one question. There's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. All right. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people make contracts with demons. I don't know if it's interesting you use the word contract though. But I mean, yeah, basically. Kelton says, I'm sure you answered this before, but when did you get your first deck? What led you to it? I went to a metaphysical shop and I looked at all the decks and I went with what felt right to me, and I think it was an Oracle deck. And of course, it was a Doreen Virtue deck, and she doesn't make them anymore, so. But I would say Doreen Virtue would have been, like, if she sold her tarot decks anymore, she would be the perfect person as, like, a starter deck. She had really good starter decks for people who were, like, just starting. So. By the way, you guys, make sure you like the video. By the way, thank you to all my members. By the way, Doreen would have been that girl. I love her decks. Yeah. I'm sad she stopped doing her tarot decks, but it is what it is. Everyone has their own spiritual journey. Diana says, I want to watch Jordan Peele's Nope when it comes out. That commercial gives me a bad dream. I might go watch that one, actually, in theaters. Because now that, like, things are opening up, we're not in, like, lockdown like we used to be 2 years ago. Like, I kind of, it's like I want to start going out more. I want to start going to the movie theaters more. I want to start vlogging since it's nice outside. Although I think I'll probably vlog on my other channel. So now that I can go live there, go check me out there. Go subscribe. Thank you to who have been subscribing to my second channel, by the way, Lamarr Does Life. Did anyone have any last questions? Wow, it's 1 a.m., y'all. Jesus Christ. It is $5 for one question. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I did not realize it was so late. But, to be honest, on a Saturday, 1 a.m., some people's night is probably just getting started, y'all. So, it's 1 a.m. here. It's probably 8 o'clock, in someone else's world. All right? Literally and figuratively. Show us your outfit, Lamarr. It looks nice. This is an Isaac Mizrahi, like, dress. It's just like a little dress. I mean, I guess you could call it a caftan. I got it at the thrift store. I haven't shaved either, so I know it's not attractive, but it's just like a caftan. It's an Isaac Mizrahi. It's actually too big. I think it's an extra large or an extra large. So I've been wanting to, like, actually kind of take it in and make it more like a fashion, right? But yeah, it's just like a dress I threw on. I usually wear it to bed or something, or around the house. Yeah, he makes a lot of these, right? This is really comfortable. I was like, ooh, Isaac Mizrahi, snatch it up. Sometimes you can find some really good stuff at thrift stores. I found Vera Wang at thrift stores. I found Tina Knowles at thrift stores. Not that she's a Vera Wang. No shade, Tina. I found some good stuff at thrift stores. That color looks nice with your complexion. Thank you. I really like green. I felt like being a queen or a princess today, so I really felt like giving my queen and princess vibes, honey. Okay, with my earrings. Feeling like Queen Elizabeth. Now that I found out that I have ancestry in the UK, northeastern England, I think, I feel More connected to my roots. Do you sage stuff you thrift? No, but I should. Kelton says this cute guy just stopped me in public and gave me a crystal bracelet and another one of this items. I should have got his IG, but child got spooked. Child, I would maybe stage that crystal bracelet, but yeah, you probably should have gotten his IG. What do you use for your eye makeup? I use so for my eyeliner, my black eyeliner, I use my Morphe palette. Morphe, I love Morphe because typically they have at least one palette that has a lot of different colors. So I love that palette because I can do so much with that palette. I can do lips with that palette. I can do my eyes. I can do blush. I can do my skin. I actually did also my eyebrows with my Morphe palette, my Morphe eyeshadow palette. So, and then this little shine right here is Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I just used two palettes today, just two little simple palettes. Drop a skincare routine. Green drinks. I actually have a skincare routine on my other channel, but I was actually thinking about dropping a hair routine. I think I want my hair to grow a little bit more though before I do that. But anyways, green drinks I think help with my skin. I'm really simple. I use black soap. I tell you guys all the time, black soap and a simple moisturizer. I'll use either an oil or lately I've been using what is it called? It's like very scientific too. Oh, glycerin, like raw glycerin. My grandma met Jermaine Dupri at Goodwill. Child. So you can find some good stuff at Goodwill. I definitely will sage it. We finna sage it and drink it in Florida water. That's a good idea too. Thank you, Journey, for your donation. What's your question? What led you to cutting your locks? I just needed a change. I got tired of my locks. Would you ever get your brows microbladed? Maybe. I feel like they do need to be like. I'm afraid of touching my brows because when I was younger, you. I don't know, like if you grew up in the 2000s, but in the 2000s it was really popular to put like slits in your eyebrows. Well, I did that when I was younger and ended up shaving them all halfway off, and I feel like ever since then they never grew back the same. So ever since then I'm afraid of touching my eyebrows, but I do feel like I need to get them like shaped or something. I'm just afraid of touching them. Because I always feel like, oh my god, they're not going to grow back the same. They're not going to grow back at all. But, Jai C says, would love to get your thoughts on Virgo men and Virgo women love compatibility. Both can be stubborn, both can be a little bit closed off, but it could be a relationship that's consistent and dependable and reliable. Journey says, how will business go? How will business will my first client go? Oh, how will business with my first client go? Your eyebrows are fine. Thank you, Jessica. How will business with Journey's first client go? What do you have to say about this, Spirit? By the way, you guys, I'm doing live readings, so it is $5 for one question. I prefer PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, but I do also accept Super Chat. How will business with Journey's first client go? Uh-oh. Alright. And you just stop being so rough with my cards. Alright. Oh, I get the star. I feel like your first meeting with your client will go perfectly. I feel like, the star always gives me like the right place at the right time kind of energy. The star card can also signify, the meeting will like kind of solidify that it's meant to be, like we're meant to work together. Or I'm meant to be here, I'm meant to work with you kind of thing. So I feel like it'll go really well. I feel like you'll also be prepared, or it's important for you to be prepared. The more prepared you are, the better. Journey. Alright, you guys, I have to go blow my nose really quickly. I'm going to pause the microphone, and I'll be right back. Oh, good. The camera refocused. Yes. Opinions on Sag and Taurus relationship. Sagittarius is very free loving, free, needs freedom. Taurus kind of likes stability. Excuse me, Taurus can be very stubborn. So these two can have hot debates probably. But they can also have some hot dates too, right? So it can be a good synergy, but there's also probably some tough situations too. Kelton says, "Oh my God, I watched a video of yours. You said you never flown a plane. I was literally just talking to someone about that last night. If has that changed since then? If not, where would you go?" It has not changed yet, of course, because we've been in lockdown, right? But I was literally talking to someone last night about the fact that I've never flown a plane. If I end up flying, I kind of want to make a trip to California soon, but I don't know if I want to fly or drive. Driving seems kind of fun, but flying, I've never flown before yet, so. But that is true. What video was that, child? I don't even remember saying that in a video. Some of a lot of times y'all will come to me and be like, "Oh my God, I was watching a video and you said this," and I'll be like, "When did I say that? I said that?" Journey says, "Yes, I accept this message and protect this message. Thank you. You're welcome, Journey." Girl, this is your sign to go travel, bestie. Yeah, I think that is a sign. Yeah, I was literally just telling someone last night, like, you know, that I want to travel to Cali, but I've never been yet. So you're right, I do need to travel. I've been getting the travel bug lately. Like I said, now that everything is opening up now a bit more, we can kind of start to go out and plan things. It's exciting, right? Thank you, Araceli, for your donation. Ooh, y'all. Thank y'all for letting me go blow my nose, because, child, I had to blow my nose, honey. Thank you, Araceli, for your donation. Araceli. Araceli says, "My daughter will graduate next year. She is studying to be an audio engineer. Do you see her being successful?" Ooh, that's exciting. Will Araceli's daughter be successful in pursuing to be an audio engineer? What message do you have, Spirit? I get the Ace of Swords, so I feel like she will be successful. I feel like she's very knowledgeable. I feel like if she's not already an expert in her field, I feel like she will become an expert in her field. I feel like she either already is or could become someone where it's almost like our lay ears or normal ears will hear something and think it's fine, but she'll hear it and be like, "No, this is off, that's too high, there's peaks there." Like, I feel like she'll like be able to really break things down like that. So I feel like she will be successful. Like I said, I feel like she's very knowledgeable, and I feel like maybe with the Ace of Swords, this is an expertise that you could really apply almost anywhere. So that's exciting for her. Kelton says, "I think it was your reading on God. Oh, and you mentioned something about planes, and the higher you go, the closer you are to God." Oh, that sounds familiar. That is true, though. That is true. The closer I get to you. What song is that? Who sings that song? Diana says, "Lamarr, I'm sending a PayPal. Can you keep my question private? I don't mind what you have to say message-wise. Just don't read the question." That's fine. The closer I get to you. Yes, she's a Virgo. Who's a Virgo? Did I miss something? Who's a Virgo? What is your question, Diana? I don't think it put in the thingy. I don't think the question sent. Oh, your daughter. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, you forgot to add your question. Maybe you can just DM it to me on Instagram. The closer I get to you. Who sings that song? Let me look it up. Do you guys remember Rosie O'Donnell, the Rosie O'Donnell show, and how she would always sing on her show? Um, when she had her own TV show. I actually liked her TV show. The closer I get to you. Who sings this song? Roberta Flack sings The Closer I Get to You. But also there's been a lot of covers. Alabama covered it, apparently. Donny Hathaway. Child. Luther Vandross. Beyonce. Yeah, message it to me on Instagram, Diana. Have you done a reading on Ariana yet? I think I did a reading on Ariana years ago, but she's kind of quiet. What's going on with Ariana? I haven't been keeping up with her lately. It's gonna happen for you to make a move. Ooh, before I make a move. So baby, come light me up. And baby, I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous. I love that song. Hi, hey, it's Piper. How are you? I know I haven't been live in a while, but I've been going live lately, child, a lot. By the way, I'm doing live readings, $5 one question readings, so PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, whichever you prefer to send it to. We're going to answer Diana's question. Diana prefers to keep her question private. Okay, we had a card fly out. I get the Ten of Pentacles, so I feel like this could be very lucrative for you, Diana. I feel like you could have a specific genre, niche, of people who would appreciate this creative content, this type of creative content. So I would say, go for it, but be very business about it. Try not to get your feelings too involved. It's business. Try not to get too involved in, the politics of it all. Keep it business, okay? But yeah, maybe you also want to follow other business platforms out there to see how to go about it, Does that make sense? Kelton says, would you do an updated one on Beyonce and Destiny's Child amidst her new album coming out? I did one on Beyonce, but it was a part 2 for members. Maybe I would do Beyonce and Destiny's Child. She is coming out with new music. I did listen to her new song, what is it called again? Break My Heart? Break My Soul? Beyonce and Destiny's Child. It was a good song. I liked it. It was cute. Okay, you're about to send a Cash App. Hey, it's Piper. Yes, if you guys want to get any last minute questions in, make sure you send your donations to my Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Yeah, I like Beyonce's song. Yeah, I've been wondering about this for a while. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Tamika, for your donation. Now I have The Closer I Get to You stuck in my head. The closer I get to you. You know what, Kelton? It's funny that you literally just... Let me send a message to someone. So I'm on live stream right now. I don't know if you're watching right now, but someone literally just asked me about if I've flown yet or not. And I was telling them on live how, like, I was literally just talking to you last night about no, I haven't. So, I don't know if you're watching, but I thought that was funny. I should have sang The Closer I Get to You at the end. Dang it. But he probably wouldn't have got it, though. The closer I get to you. I need to listen to that song, you guys. I love that song, I think. Okay, I've been wondering about this for a while. Yes, Diana. Yeah, I think you should do it, girl. Go for it. I know I need to get on the plane. I feel like when I get on the plane, I'm not gonna want to leave. It's over. The ride's over. Like, I feel like it's gonna be me. Hey, it's Piper says, I'm Tamika. So I got into an argument with my neighbor guy. Does he want to apologize? Uh-oh. Fights with neighbors is never good. Arguments with neighbors is never good. Does Hey, it's Piper's neighbor guy want to apologize to Hey, it's Piper, a.k.a. Tamika? It's probably a sign you should fly. It probably is. It's probably Cleopatra, I feel like. Or like one of my ancestors, spirit guides. Okay, does the neighbor guy want to apologize? I get the judgment card, so I feel like he does. I feel like there's going to come a point where you two could just have a talk. Oh, he likes you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there will come a point where you two will probably just have a talk, a heart to heart. It could be random. It could be one of those things where it's like, either spirit kind of commands you to go up to him or spirit commands him to go up to you and just be like, hey, I'm sorry for what happened, blah, 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 blah. So I get a yes. I feel like you two will probably have a come to Jesus moment of some sort. And all will be good. All right. But, I think maybe accountability on both parts. Right? I think it would be healthy for you to apologize as well for maybe whatever you did too. Okay. And just let bygones be bygones. I haven't flown much, but I love airports. I've heard airports are like, yeah, I've heard that about airports. I used to live not far from an airport. I don't know if there's an airport around here. But yeah, I've been thinking about traveling. I've been thinking about moving. I've been thinking about some big boy, big girl, alright, big whatever decisions. I'm pretty sure that we're all thinking about during this, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde moment, right? He's hiding it. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna come around. You'll probably come around. So. I wish YouTube wasn't so. Well, Twitch is kind of bad too when it comes to like copyright. You can play music on Twitch. I've never really done it, but I've never really had copyright issues with Twitch. I've never had copyright issues with YouTube. Usually if you play music, it's like, oh, well, you don't get money on this. All right? So. But I'm not making money on Twitch, so I don't know, Girl, I'm ready to bounce from ATL. I've never really wanted to live in Atlanta. I mean, I'm sure Atlanta is a lovely place. But, actually, Kevin keeps asking me to do a reading on Atlanta. Let me write that down. Atlanta. Hot Atlanta. Yes. Do I have family in California? I might. If I ask around, maybe. But if I went to go visit Cali, I would go visit a friend. Although I want to go visit Cali just to go visit. Please do. Shout out to Kevin. Yeah, I'm surprised Kevin's not here, but he's probably living his fabulous life. Alright. You're not missing much. Thank you, Tamika, for your donation. Let's see. Alright. Tamika asks, oh, will you and my neighbor be intimate? Will they be intimate, spirit? We've almost been on here for 2 hours. We've been on here for about an hour and a half. You guys, earlier today, my newest obsession is a papaya salad. It's interesting when you put papaya in your salad, it kind of looks like salmon or like raw salmon. Why you would eat raw salmon in your salad, I don't know, but it's just like, I don't know. It makes it look pretty. But papaya salad is so good. With some jalapeno peppers. I put sesame seeds for like some crunch too. Or like I don't know what they're called. But like the sesame crunch thingies. And red onion, green onion, and mushrooms. And I finally chopped the lettuce because I don't like big pieces of lettuce. So I don't know why I just said I think I'm hungry. I think that's why I said that. So will Piper and this neighbor be intimate, Spirit? Let's see. Oh, I hope to find a good ripe papaya. Yeah, papaya also is really good in a smoothie, a green smoothie. Papaya's in here. Also the seeds. I get banana wands. Will y'all two be intimate? I don't know if you'll be intimate right away, or if you are intimate, it might not be good. It almost be maybe like one of those things where it's like, I kind of wish I wouldn't have done that. So I don't know if it's like don't do it too soon or don't be in a rush. I feel like it would be better if you got better acquainted with one another. I feel like the intimacy would be better if you were better acquainted. Like I feel like right now with the Nine of Wands coming out, like it's a little bit too tense still, which can make for some fun intimacy moments, right? But more so when you know the person, right? Like I feel like there's this kind of like I don't really know you yet, so maybe at one point, but might not be a good idea to rush into it right now, right? That's what I see about that. Does that make sense, Hayes Piper? Don't Asians have a papaya salad? They might. I might have to look that up. See, y'all are giving me so many good ideas. Let me write that down. Asian papaya salad. Because I'm sure that is delicious. Because mine was just really simple, but it was really good. I put a little bit of ranch. I didn't drench it in ranch. A little bit goes a long way. Asian papaya. Oh, and I put some Parmesan cheese on it too. You know. Because I like a little bit of salty with my, like, sweet. Anyway. How do you deal with homophobia from immediate family members, or on advice how to? I don't deal with much homophobia from my immediate family members, to be honest. Thankfully, there are some family members. My advice is to maybe stay away. I feel like it's when I was dealing with that, when it, because you always go through that period of your family kind of like learning to accept. It was better for me to just kind of stay away from whoever was struggling. For my mental health, for my emotional health, for my spiritual health. It's like it wasn't healthy for me to always explain or justify my sexuality, who I decide to sleep with, be in a relationship with, marry, blah, 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 right? So maybe stay away, work on you, focus on you. Maybe, kind of love, from an arm's length at a distance, all right? Doesn't mean you have to cut them out of the will or cut them off, but I feel like that may be the best while you work on you and figure you out. Okay, it's good to put some space in between you and them. Okay? Whoever them is. You're welcome here, it's Piper. Oh, I googled it. It's called a Thai green papaya salad. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I'm gonna write that down. Thai, or is it Thai or Thai? I think it's Thai, right? Thai green papaya salad. That's also one area I want to visit. I want to visit the eastern countries. I want to visit Asia and Thailand and I have a lot of friends who traveled. I have a friend, Jackie, I don't want to say her last name, but Jackie, who's traveled so much. I actually have Kiana, who sometimes is in the chat, travels a lot. So I have people I see travel, and that inspires me. So I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. What if them as a parent? Ooh, that's tough. But you know what? My dad, I talked about this on my YouTube channel. My dad, before he passed, was not the most comfortable with my sexuality. I'm sure he is now. We fought a lot, but there was kind of like still that space, So, but at this, I don't know how old you are. I was still kind of a teen then. My dad died when I was 18, so I was still, in my teen years. So, that can be a tough time. So it really depends on also your age. How old are you? Girl, I got to book a reading. Yeah, you might want to book a reading. It sounds like, you know. I could see you being happy in Thailand eating exotic fruits, right? Yes, and Thailand, I'm sure Thailand is beautiful. I want to go visit the UK. I want to go visit Europe. I want to go visit Africa. Child. Yes. The motherland. You're 20? Oh yeah, you're still young. You're still figuring yourself out. I think you might benefit from a reading though, even at 20. Jessica B says my friend is going through this with his dad. Mmm. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough with the parents because you want to love them, you don't want to disappoint them, but you've got to live your life and be you. You know. I think the biggest disappointment would be their child living a life in which they're unhappy and continue to be unhappy. You know, when you're unhappy as you get older, it's not pretty, right? So, a happy child, I think, is a happy parent, whether they see it or not, you know? And if you're a happy child, you know, who is LGBTQ, and you don't have a happy parent who's unhappy about it, well, then that's at some point it becomes their problem. I think I've reached the point now where if there's any family members who still have an issue with me being gay, not gender fluid, you know, whatever, you know, wearing makeup, it's become their problem now. You know, like at some point it becomes their problem. Does that make sense? At least that's how you have to look at it, because it's the truth, right? Chromatica's Rebel 2 says, I've gone through a lot of homophobia with my family, and I'm 25. They still try to use the Bible to justify the hatred to Gemini here. Yeah. It still happens today. I mean, we've, you know, made a lot of advancements, but at the same time, you know, we're still going backwards, hence Roe versus Wade. So, you know, we've got to recognize our privilege within the LGBTQ community. For example, me growing up in not so much of a homophobic family, even though there was still people had to learn. Um, I think it's important to have these conversations, you know. It does get better though once you get on more on your own 2 feet. It gets a lot better. I will say that. So at 25, at 20, y'all are still young. I'm 30. So it gets better. I'm sure you've heard that before, but it does get better. And it's interesting because I was watching another. I don't know if I want to put this YouTuber out there. I don't know if I want to put them out there, actually. I don't know if I want to put them out there. I feel like it might not be a good idea. But anyways, I was watching them yesterday, and it's interesting watching this YouTuber because I've watched this YouTuber throughout the years. I've talked about them on this channel before, briefly. And I've noticed lately, I see them coming more into themselves. Like, they're LGBTQ. They're actually a drag queen. Some of y'all might know who it is, child. You know, I won't deny or not, you know, say who it is or isn't, but they're a drag queen. And I've noticed, like, lately they seem to be more comfortable in their own gender, like, nonconformity or their gender fluidity. You know, they're wearing dresses more, and it's interesting because they're a drag queen, but still you notice, like, they still struggle with, like, I wear dresses and makeup for my job, but, you know, I, outside of that, I don't feel comfortable expressing that, you know, I'm wearing a dress right now. You guys, I've been doing this for years, right? So it's interesting to see other LGBTQ people evolve and grow, whether they're 20, 30, 40, 50. It's like interesting to see that. I love that. You know, so once again, just because you're 20, 25 doesn't mean, you know, growth stops, but it does get better, right? So I'm happy that you all, my little gay babies, you know, are, whoever you two are starting young at 20 and 25. Like, you're on the journey now, alright? So I love that. Keep going. Coley says I'm queer and I love it. Yes! Kelton says I'm praying, child. I can't do this forever. The toxicity is ruining my mental health. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's time to start finding yourself. Go on your own path. What do you want to do? Do you want to go to college? You're still young enough to... I mean, you're never too young, but, you know, you're young enough where you can go to college and start a new life, really. You know? So that's basically what I did at 20. I went to college. I'm definitely trying to make it on my own 2 feet, and if my family has issues with me being gay, then that's completely on them. I accept myself for who I am, exactly as you should. And eventually they'll come around. They may not all come around, but eventually they'll come around. The ones who matter will come around. I'll give you an example. It's kind of not the same, but it is similar. In terms of my job, even my job, like my family's had to get used to, when I first started doing YouTube and readings and content, like they didn't think it was a real job. They thought it was evil and the devil, but now my mom is getting readings. She won't get readings from me, but because I guess it's too close. But she actually gets readings from like, people I recommend her to. So people come around. The older we get, the more wisdom we get, the more perspective we get. Once again, whether we're 20, 25, 30, 35, 60, we change, we evolve, That's life. So it doesn't have to stay the same forever wherever you're at, and it won't stay the same forever. Jessica B says, "Oh, thanks. I wish I had some answers for you. I don't like that people have to go through this." Yeah. Yeah, and it sucks, especially now with this whole Clarence Thomas. By the way, I woke up this morning and I didn't have the nicest thoughts towards Clarence Thomas. I had to really restrain myself from doing some not so nice magical stuff towards him. I restrained myself, I didn't do it, but I say all that to say, with this whole Clarence Thomas situation going on, and him bringing up gay marriage and, stuff, it's like, we're in an interesting time, But don't let it stop you from developing and growing as an individual, okay? Gay, straight, bi, lesbian, queer, transgender, and in between. I think I'm going to stay on for about 13 more minutes, you guys, and then I'm going to sign off because I'm tired. We've been on for 2 hours. Chromatica's Rebel 2, I understand. I'm a newbie astrologer and love doing tarot card readings, and I've been accused of doing witchcraft and the devil's work. My question is how? I don't see anything bad with it. It's not bad. They just don't understand it. And it's also the culture we live in. Often tarot, astrology is associated with witchcraft and devil. And we were just talking about horror movies earlier, Horror movies always have like a witchcraft, not all, but a witchcraftiness to them. And, movies like The Craft, which is a good movie, by the way. Not you was finna be on Clarence's neck as you should. Yeah, I was really like, should I do this spirit? Should I not do this spirit? Like, what will be the repercussions? I don't know. I just felt like not yet. I'm gonna watch him though. I'm gonna keep my eye on Clarence. Okay. I got my eye on you, Clarence. Okay. You better keep it cute. My mom made me throw my cards away once, but she to this day still gets readings from others. Like, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, that's weird. It sounds like your mom's really overprotective, Kelton. And slightly hypocritical. Just saying. Chromatica's Rebel 2 says, my Scorpio moon loves horror-related stuff, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. What was a good horror movie I watched recently? I don't know. I haven't seen any good horror movies recently. We were talking about Scream earlier. I did a reading on Scream 6, the new movie Scream 6 coming out next year. Halloween's coming out. I don't know. Also, we were talking about The Black Phone. I want to see that. So, the last horror movie I saw, it wasn't really a horror movie. It was like more sci-fi. It was called Across the Pond or Attack the Block. Attack the Block. It wasn't really scary though, but it was good, But I will keep you guys updated. Now that I know you guys like horror, like I do, we can talk about horror movies and movies in general. Jessica B says, Kelton, just try to have a conversation with them. It's just who you are. If that doesn't work, just avoid them and just live your life. Yeah, I don't know if I really came out to it. Like, I remember, I think we all go through the existential age, that coming of age thing as LGBTQ people where we have to come out to certain people. I think I came out to my friends. I remember coming out to my friend Jackie, and it was like a big deal. She was so happy for me. In college, I came out to my mom. I don't remember coming out to like that many people. I think people just also know, like, I'm sad Nev isn't going to be in the new movie. I know, me too. I still think Scream 6 is going to be really good, though. Let's maybe end on that, because my camera's about to die. The black phone is really good. Oh, you're making me want to watch it. I might watch it. Oh, the weekend's over, basically. It's about to be Sunday. Alright, let's ask about Scream 6. Is Scream 6 going to be good, Spirit? Are we going to be happy as Scream fans with Scream 6? You guys, I get the Ten of Cups. So whether Nev is in Scream 6 or not, I think we're going to be really happy with the outcome. I think it's going to be a really good movie. I get like children. Like children keep showing up. So once again, I don't know if there's going to be like a child of someone else that shows up, but I think Scream 6 is going to be really good. With Nev or without Nev. Alright. I love apocalyptic horror movies and short films too. Especially I Am Legend, Mad Max, and stuff like that. Apocalyptic. Child. Kind of like Alien. Alien's really scary. Alien's a movie that I'm afraid to watch by myself. Bye, Lamar. Thank you for the conversation. Yes, you guys, I think I'm going to sign off. It is almost 2 a.m. here. It has been so fun. We have had a great chat. Thank you all for joining me during this Saturn in Aquarius retrograde chat. Tomorrow I will probably be back with another topic. All right. We always have a lot to talk about. I'm available for personal reading, so if you would like a personal reading, do not hesitate to reach out. This is where you can reach me for a reading. LamarrTownsendTarot.com is my website. You can text me at 703-791-9162. Email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. And remember, phone readings have same-day priority. All other readings typically take 1 to 3 days or less. Usually less, depending on how busy I am. Currently, I'm not too busy, but readings are coming in. So I would get a reading before I get 2 booked. All right. I love you all. Kamaradica's Rebel 2 says, have a great night. And even though I haven't been on long, I enjoyed the conversation. Me too. I will be back on for another live soon. You guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, the rest of your Saturday or Sunday, whenever you're listening or watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love and light.